Welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee. This city, the third largest in Tennessee, is home to many things, including the site of the 1982 World's Fair, the University of Tennessee, and, most importantly to rail fans, the Three Rivers Rambler. Established in 2000, this tourist railroad takes passengers on tracks owned by the Knoxville and Holston River Railroad, traveling through downtown Knoxville and along the Tennessee River. In past years, these excursions have been pulled by Southern Railway No. 154, a G-Class 280 built in 1890. However, after the 2024 season ended, her boiler ticket expired, necessitating a complete rebuild. As 154's ticket neared expiration, the Knoxville Locomotive Works started work on reviving an old friend, Washington Lincolnton No. 203, also known as Lindy. Lindy was built in 1925 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works for the Washington and Lincolnton Railroad, located in Georgia. She served until 1933, when the railroad went out of business. She was sold to the Rockton Rion Railroad in South Carolina, but it was found that the locomotive was too small to operate the railroad's heavy rock trains, and so she sat in storage for 44 years. In 1977, she was sold to a tourist railroad in Florida, and from then on, she traveled around the South for 2 decades. In 1995, she was sold to Gulf and Ohio Railways, the owner of the Knoxville and Holston River Railroad, and the Three Rivers Rambler. After 4 years of work, including a conversion from burning coal to recycled motor oil, she was restored to operation in 1999. For 15 years, Lindy operated on the Rambler, taking tourists up the river, until her boiler ticket expired in 2015, and she fell silent once again. Until now. Today, Lindy returns to the rails, pulling her first excursions in 10 years. We'll watch as Lindy takes the day's 3 scheduled trains up the Tennessee River and through the countryside to the Three Rivers Bridge and return. Lindy's back and ready to show us what she's got. Today we'll watch as Lindy returns to steam. The morning begins just down the rail from the depot, along a broad sweeping curve. Despite the short distance, it seems Lindy already has her first training of the day up to speed, as she approaches us with a full head of steam. Nayland Drive, the road that parallels both the Tennessee River and the railroad through downtown. At this point in the route, the train tends to slow down significantly, but we'll be back up to speed soon. It is here that we get to hear Lindy's beautiful Southern Railway Long Bell 3 chime for the first time. This Greenway Bridge offers a perfect, albeit foggy view right now, of both downtown and the train. The tracks parallel this greenway for a large portion of the downtown area. the beginning of Riverside Drive, the Greenway ends, and the train begins to head out of the city limits. A short hike brings us to this curve, close by to where the train stops for a Christmas story to be told. However, it only lasts for a few minutes, and soon 203 is storming around the corner and up the grade. This is the last time we'll see 203 pulling this run. I barely managed to get my lens cap off in time for this one. When the train reaches the end of the line, GP10 number 2391 takes over for the return journey. It seems that, despite not leading, 203 gives a bit of help on the way back to the depot. For the second run, we find ourselves where the tracks cross Nayland Drive. Despite not having any gates, this is undoubtedly the busiest crossing on the railroad. An unknown issue prompts the crew to stop the train just short of the crossing. However, within just a few minutes, the train is underway once again. Now we are at the most picturesque spot on the line, the Three Rivers Bridge. At this spot, the Holston and French Broad Rivers combine to form the Tennessee River, which flows into downtown Knoxville. After grabbing a quick bite to eat at the nearby Mexican restaurant, which was very good, we returned to the depot to watch the departure of the last train. We get to hear the booming Long Bell 3 chime up close here, as Lindy releases quite the show of steam as she gets the train underway. At Volunteer Landing Park, the train ducks under a pedestrian bridge. Now, watch the front of the smoke box here. A loose gasket was causing smoke to leak from around the smoke box door. We made another stop at the end of the Greenway, however, this time from the other side of the tracks. Thank you all so much for watching. If possible, please consider traveling to the Rambler this December. It's worth the trip. They have amazing people and a great little operation. Let's give a welcome back to 203 and hope her next 15 years of running are good ones. See y'all again soon, somewhere out on the rails.